What's going on, everybody? It's your boys at Park Car Talks, back again with another banger of an episode. Just want to send out all the thank yous and all the, what's it called? How you say
love and support.
Love and support from all our fans, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are real ones. Thanks for listening, liking, commenting, subscribing, all of it. Thank you. Sharing with your friends. Word of mouth, you know what I'm saying? That's like the big thing right now. I try to tell people, like, tell your friends about us. You know, that's what I've been trying to tell everyone because I feel like that's like the best form of marketing. But thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, and
all the major
streaming platforms. Subscribe on there. You know, we're on there. So,
yeah, so today we're going to talk about Astroworld and kind of our personal experiences with it. But first, we're going to take a quick second pause for, remember all the lost ones and you know, all the lost ones at Astroworld real quick. So let's take a quick pause. All right, so let's kick it off with kind of our walkthrough. Basically, when we went down there, like when we first day down there, kind of, you know, all the events that happens like that, and then kind of go from there and like that, talk about, you know, what happened, what could have been prevented, you know, like kind of the surprise like that, and kind of go from there. So I'll let you kind of kick it off, CJ.
Oh yeah, and by the way, we have Carlos here.
Yes, sir.
Them opinionated boys. So
yeah.
If you haven't already, check out the video. You know, it was that was kind of like the kickstart of the year for us. So that was it was a good episode. It was fun to like finally do it for the first time and see how it is with the whole setup and everything. And obviously they don't see it, but you know, it's something that I want to work on and show them like kind of what it looks like exactly whenever we're shooting all this and kind of what we're doing before all the podcast begins. Because I feel like people are interested in that. But, welcome. Thank you.
Can I comment on your drip real quick?
What's up, yeah?
I'm saying, came out. Look at us and look at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here.
Hey, speak for yourself. Damn, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I'm out here in sweats and a crew.
The same Yeezys I wear every time, folks.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, your boy dripped out.
Yeah,
yes,
he
sir.
looked nice.
These things, you know, we'll add a little.
Hey, I got the house shoes 13s. You know what I'm saying? I got the house shoes.
Nah, those are the dad 12s.
You know what I'm saying? The house shoe 13. Yes, sir.
Little drip drop. What you know about that?
Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate y'all for having me on again. Thank you.
As always, like I said, I was telling Zach and I was telling you before, I just kind of wanted like an outside perspective of what happened because like I was saying before, Zach and I and Isaiah and also Alex, who's here with us, you know, listening, the live audience.
Behind the scenes.
We all went, so it's kind of, we experienced it a different way from everyone else. So I just kind of wanted to see what, you know, your thought process and what you thought when you saw it the morning of and, you know, like stuff like that. But like you were saying before, transitioning into it, leading up to it, man, let's just say I had been waiting for this festival for 2 years.
Yeah.
So, like, we obviously COVID and everything, we weren't able to go 2020. And I had gone to the past two, so this is going to be my third one going to. And just with everything about it, it was like, man, I can't wait. Like,
you and everyone else, like it's supposed to be like one of the best weekends of your life,
exactly.
Like because this is our first year. It's 2 days, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be like the best week in your life. So it's like going up there, you just hype, ready to go.
Excited as fuck. Leading up, bro. When I bought the ticket, I was like, let's fucking go. That shit was in the summer, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it was like June. So it wasn't coming for like another 5 months, like a whole another, almost half a year, you know. So that whole thing was, it was just hype, man. And like obviously he was dropping music and shit. Before that, in 2020, they had dropped all the music, like the fucking Jack Boys and everybody. Gunna had just dropped an album. Young Thug just dropped his new album. Like everybody. So Bad Bunny was gonna be there. Like it was gonna be a whole ass experience, bro. Like, that lineup was insane.
It was a crazy lineup.
Yeah, and it was just so, like, it was just different types of music, so I was excited, like, it was going to bring a whole different audience to what made, or, like, I was already into hip-hop, but, like, Travis is like the artist that I like started rocking with when he was like so not so small, but like his influence and everything, like it wasn't as big as it is now. Like SoundCloud rapper, you know. So
what was he supposed to perform both days or no?
No, just one day.
Just one day, but I'm pretty sure he is gonna perform that second day.
Okay, because
you know, so I'm pretty sure like because Young Thug was in like YSL was the main event that day. I'm pretty sure he was gonna come out and perform like
I guess
a fucking high.
Yeah.
Any of the music, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like all that. So, but all the.
Because that was like my thing. I was like, I wonder why like he didn't perform on like Close It. Like it's his festival. Why not Close It?
We were debating about that.
We were saying that shit too, I was like, bro, why would he not perform on the second day? Like it's his festival.
Yeah.
Like, why would you not want to like close it out? Like I don't know. So, but like I said, leading up to that point, it was just excitement, ready for it, and as it got closer and closer, just like, bro, this shit's really about to happen. Like this is really about to. Next week we're going. Like I requested the whole weekend off. Like it was gonna be a good time. So that was my experience leading up to. How were you? Like,
yeah, so it was similar. I was like, I was excited. We bought the tickets. We booked the hotels like that. So we're all getting ready to go. And actually, I had a different job at the time whenever I bought the tickets. So I left that job, started a new job. And I was kind of like, well, crap. Like, hopefully they give me those days off because I'm like, I bought a ticket, booked the hotel, did all the extra stuff. And so, anyways, I ended up getting off those days like that, and we were like, all ready like that. So I remember we went up there, went to, I think we went to Dick's right before.
Yeah.
And then we were like, yeah, we were looking around for stuff. We were smart that year. We got a hydro packs. Because years past was like, yeah, once you're in there, like if you're actually one of those people that gets into the crowd, like this one is, you ain't getting water. I was like, yeah, you're not gonna get water. I was like, unless you're one of the few lucky ones and they pass out water somehow. But
bro,
yeah,
that wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was like, glad getting a bottle of water. But yeah, it was. I was excited, like it's kind of cool. It's being in the same atmosphere as like people that like this like similar music and stuff like that. It's like you're driving down there and all of a sudden you just like you're in that area and people are like, oh, you're on the Astroworld. Like yeah. So it's like it was kind of cool just talking to different people and just getting their views on stuff and just meeting new people. But bottom line was kind of cool. So yeah.
But so for the we planned the trip. We're heading down there, Houston. Obviously it's a little drive, so. Like the whole experience, like when you go on a road trip in Texas, it's really a road trip if you didn't go to Buc-ee's.
Facts.
So like,
Isaiah, can you do me a favor? Sorry to interrupt this. You have to go to Buc-ee's.
Yeah. It's not a trip if you don't go to Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Honestly. So did that. So like,
yeah,
it was the whole experience. We stopped there, got food.
You take a picture with the Beaver, Mr. Bucky himself.
No, I don't think we've ever done that.
I mean, I did like the first couple times I went there. But
have you done it lately?
If you're a casual,
I don't think I've ever done it.
What?
Wow, we can judge. He hasn't done it. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, I don't think I've ever taken a picture with him.
Hey, that's on your bucket list now.
I don't know.
Probably when you're younger.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would assume.
I don't think so.
I feel like your dad has a picture of you like as a little kid, like next to the beaver.
It or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I love you.
So,
yeah.
Like I said, like the whole trip going down there, like we're fun, vibing, just thinking about the weekend. Because I think we got down there on Thursday.
Yeah.
So it was Friday, Saturday, right?
Friday,
yeah.
Saturday. So we got down there Thursday, got there like in the evening or something. So pretty much just waiting for the next day. Just excited as fuck, like jamming out Travis, of course, all the time. Shit, we always did that. So like, nothing changed, but like the fact that we were about to go see this man live and like we're about to go dumb and like you're surrounded by everybody that likes the same music that you do. So that is my thing with festivals that I feel like you can never really like take that out, like, and like the people that have never been to festival, that's like the reason why I would tell them to go is because if you like an artist so much that you're willing to see them in concert and live, and all these other people are too, bro, like y'all are just on the same level, like you're on the same wavelength, bro, and like you're just having a good time. Like
festivals they're cool, they're different because it's like there's just so many. Everybody's there for the same thing, but there's so many different artists, and they like. It's different types of hype depending on the artist.
Exactly.
And like, I don't know, like it's just dope, bro.
Yeah, it's lit. So like I said, that was how Thursday was. And then, mind you, I think the festival opened at the gates opened at noon or something. But people were lining out there.
Oh yeah.
The day before.
Probably.
4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, lining up because from my experiences with the first two, it was just very unorganized. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think they really thought about everything. Like, I don't think people really realize how hard it is to plan a festival. Mm-hmm. That's a shit ton of people that you're having to be in one certain area, and you got to make sure everything is good, like the security, all that extra stuff, that you don't think about, and it's something that makes a huge difference. Because,
oh yeah.
Like I was saying, the first couple of years, I feel like there really wasn't any structure. Like the whole lining up, the first year I waited in line for merch for 6 hours, bro.
I feel like with him, with the type of person he is, brings
chaos.
Yeah, like with fans.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's why you have the people tearing down the fence when it first opens.
For sure.
Getting in there, before it opened and getting in there, and then him kind of encouraging to, even if you don't have a ticket, hey,
see, bro,
you
that's
in here.
One thing, and I've been telling everybody that's how he's always been.
Yeah,
it's how he's always been, but you kind of have to realize, at least for me, you have to realize the kind of power you have, the person you are. People literally look up to you, and each rapper, each big rapper, all have cult followings.
For sure.
Yeah.
So it's when you have cult following, you that's what they're gonna do. The same thing as you.
Basically
so
it's
say. You gotta. I don't know. I mean, I get it because that's how he is. That's how he got big. But at the same time, it's you kind of have to realize that who you are, because he definitely encourages it for sure, 100%. Because even at when we went to Birds in the Trap, he was if you're not mosh pitting, you get the fuck back.
Yeah.
So it's
it's always been like
that.
He's became so big, like I was saying before, and I don't think he realized how big he was.
Yeah.
And I don't think everyone in general realized how big of an artist he is now. Because from what everyone's saying in the articles and everything, if the amount of people that snuck in was the amount of people that should have been there anyways, if it doubled, then there's no way you can control that. To be honest, as one person, and even if they stopped, and this is what I was telling everyone after that night. Before we knew everything and all that, expecting it there to be a second day, we're man, if you would have stopped that, it probably would have been even more crazier. More people probably would have got injured, because literally the reason why they snuck in was to see Travis, and if he ended that show early, then they would have probably just went more crazy there than what they would. They probably would have tried to rush the stage. It would have been insane. So it's in that situation, it's and what I've been asking people is what do y'all want him to do realistically? You know what I mean? Obviously lives were lost.
I mean, the big thing is it probably would have got done regardless, because I'm pretty sure it got done the first 2 years. But obviously, I feel like it makes a bit of a difference when he says if you don't have a ticket, come in. So I feel like something like that is something he could have done differently, I guess. But everything else, you just can't predict it. But it's also hard because of the amount of people that came is the reason all that happened. Because from what y'all are saying, the park isn't very big. It's like a parking lot, right?
Yeah.
And it's you're in a small parking lot. I don't expect how you expect it to kind of go well, especially with all those people, because it's bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah.
Literally.
I think, and that's another thing too, is going back to about the whole planning stuff, is that it's hard to already plan for something that size, but it's even harder to plan for his fan base, just because how you said, he kind of incites chaos like that. And honestly, I think kind of a lot of that stuff could have been prevented by everything that happened before Astroworld even started.
I don't think you can prevent it, if I'm being honest.
I mean, there's different ways they could design the crowd different ways. There's a whole bunch of things, but maybe, and that's the thing. It's like
the only reason you can't, I don't think you can prevent it is because you can't predict it.
Yeah, you can't. But
like,
there's also things
you can also be like, oh man, like 70,000 people are going to be here, but it's like, I feel like 70,000 people versus 70,000 ragers is a little bit different. Yeah,
it's a little different. I mean, and I'm not saying that you could have like, saved everyone, unfortunately. So what I'm saying though is like, I think you could have decreased it at least because, you could have done, there are different things.
It's hard because it's like, you look at, before the show even started, like people breaking down the gate, people got caught under the gate getting trampled over, people got trampled over, like when like you got the security guard fighting people and pushing people and like you can staff for it, but it's like what's the most you can staff for it? 100 people?
Well, I mean, for example,
cops wise, but like what's 100 people to thousands of people?
True. But like, for example, I'm saying like, not just staffing. I'm talking about like if Travis wouldn't have tweeted that, like, just different things that would have happened before. Not just
that's why I said like, But at the end of the day, that's him. Like that's his flaw. That's his up and his down. Yeah, is that. Yeah. So it's like. Because I get it, like he wants people to see him, and like he's like one of the actual few artists that care about his fans. Like he actually fucking cares about his fans. And like not many people can say that. Not many artists can say that. And that's what I mean. That's he wants people to come and have a good time and rage. And that's why he tweeted it. But I feel like you can't expect it to go good.
Yeah. I just don't think he really realized how much of an influence he had. Mm-hmm. But I just think it was a lot of factors too. Is the fact that everyone was cooped up for a whole last year and wasn't able to do that for 2020. And I'm pretty sure this was like the event for everyone. It's like, oh, when Astroworld comes, we're gonna go crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like that was everyone's mentality. And with that, the fact that people he encourages that behavior and like that's pretty much the whole mentality. Like with like Travis Scott, like. You're just gonna come have a good time. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna get lit, like, and that's why we fucked with him, honestly, because that's our mentality, And like he makes good music, so it's like everyone coming to this thing had the intentions of doing that, and it just like it just sucks the fact that like some people went to go see their favorite artists and they ended up passing away, but that's where it's like we just need to figure out. And that's why I didn't want to post this right away. Like I don't really care about the views. I don't care about that. Like I wanted time for people to sit down on it, see all the news coming in, and seeing what they have to say. Because if we would have reacted to it right then and there, it's like so much questions. Yeah. Like, every day after we came back, like the next day when we came back home, like all that stuff was being released. So it's like I wanted to sit on it, have it settle for a little bit, and plus with him saying that he's like finishing the touches on like Utopia and stuff like that, I feel like this is a good time to talk about it, because I feel like if he's slowly starting to get
back into it,
then like I feel like like not saying like I mean obviously I don't know him and shit, but it's like I feel like just respect, Like, he hadn't done anything, like he went ghost for like damn near a month, bro. And like this is probably one of the, like we were saying before in your podcast, bro, like I think he was really about to become like one of the biggest artists in the world. And the fact that he just completely went ghost on everybody, like I feel like it just affected him a lot more than what people think. And like all like the videos on Twitter and everything, they're like he's like looking at the person being dragged out of the mosh pit, and it's like, bro, like that happens, Like we were saying, if you don't have water, if you're trying to be in the front and you don't have any water, you're gonna pass out. And so, like, I feel like he didn't like know that person, I don't know about that person if that person's alive or not. I would assume they're alive because I think it was like a boy or something. Yeah. And like, I'm pretty sure he didn't have like, oh, this person is dead right now, and I'm just gonna look at him and dance. Like, and I feel like that's how people are trying to portray it, like, to be, and it's, I don't know, man, it just kind of sucks, because, like, y'all know me, I'm, like, probably one of the biggest Travis fans, and, like, and I'm the type of person, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Like, I'm never gonna switch up. Like, I'll admit his he's wrong. Like it's his fault for sure, but it's not just his fault.
Yeah,
and that's what I feel
for
like
sure.
People are like, they're like, man, this man could have stopped the concert. He could have did this. He could have did that. And it's like I was saying before, if he would have stopped the concert, it probably would have been twice as worse.
Yeah.
So it's just
I feel like it depending on the fashion and how you stop the concert, is like how.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I feel like
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all don't understand what's going on. But no, I feel like it depends on how the fashion you stop the concert, because like people are like this is getting serious. People are like have to go to the hospital. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's also hard because obviously people are not in their right state of mind when they're there. So it's like
yeah.
I don't know if they'll necessarily understand, like, man, or get mad about it. So I don't know. But I feel like partially it's kind of like the fashion in that way you stop the concert.
Yeah.
But I see both sides to it. Like I see like your side, like but I also see like the people side of like, why didn't he just stop the concert? You know, or like seeing it as like, he's just looking at somebody die. It just when you're not there, like I said, I wasn't there. So when you're not there and you just hear all this, and there's not much information being released, but you see all these different types of videos that are going on, and like you hear people like from way back there, like they have their videos, and like that girl getting on top of the camera thing, she's like telling like this dude's like dying or whatever, and like he just pushes her away. Like I feel like like when you throw concerts and festivals, like you got to have some form of communication to communicate with everybody else. Like I'm sure they say, all right, we're going to camera 3 and that guy's camera 3 or something. Like they have something. So like I definitely see both sides of it.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like whenever there's a video that someone posted that there was like the go-kart that's for like medical go-karts like that. It was driving through the crowd, which first of all, for people that have never been to an Astroworld festival, it's like that, driving a go-kart through a crowd of people is probably one of the hardest things to do, especially when people don't want to get away. So literally they're trying to get to this person that's, down, that needs, help. It's like that. And there's people literally dancing on top of it.
And that's what comes from Travis though. So it's like,
well, I mean, I think part of it comes from Travis, but also it comes from like bottom line, like, yeah, like this person's inspiring you to go do some crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like, not trying to sound like some parent stuff, but like, if he told you to jump off a bridge, would you do it?
I'll be honest with you. Some people probably would.
Some people would.
I'll be honest with you.
And that's what I was telling y'all. It's like, bro, like at the end of the day, we're our own person.
Yeah.
You choose the things that you do. You choose your actions, no matter what. If I'm influenced by Travis, but I'm not gonna fucking do that.
Yeah.
Like, if I saw someone do that, I'd probably push him off the cart.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bro? Like,
get away.
Like, just like know the situation we're in. Like, and that's what literally like after the fact, after all that happened, and I was telling him, I was like, bro, it's just realizing that like, I'm trying to have a good time. I want to get to the front. I want to be in there. I want to have fun. But it's like, look out for one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone falls, pick them up. Or if someone is like stumbling and like having a hard time, help them out. Not everyone's used to. I feel like that's the thing too. This was probably one of the first festivals for a lot of kids, honestly. Because there was people there, age range from probably like 15 to like fucking 40. So like you have a big ass mix of people that are all just trying to see this one artist, and you bet your sweet ass they're gonna try to get to the front.
Yep.
So
for sure,
it's just one of those things where it's like, bro, like with everything going on, a lot of factors, not being trapped in your house for a year, a lot of, like I said, a lot of people. Travis did so many marketing schemes the past year or two, to where his audience is just way more crazy than it is than it was whenever we started listening to him.
It's way more diverse.
Fortnite, McDonald's, hey, shut up.
Yeah.
McDonald's, you know what I'm saying?
For sure, but I mean, we started listening to Travis before
all that
rodeo even came out. So like before people even knew who Travis was, way before people even knew who Travis was, because like even then like people knew Travis, but they knew him by Antidote, and that was like it. and then Birds came out, and then like everybody started like listening to Goosebumps, and then listen to Rodeo, and then they listened to Birds, and then what was after Birds?
I think Astroworld.
Astroworld.
Yeah.
Was it Astroworld?
I think so.
Well, it was Huncho Jack Huncho.
Yeah. And then like his features and stuff like that. So it's like
and then he started doing like the whole Fortnite, fucking all that. So it's like his marketing, PlayStation.
Because what he tweeted that tweet in like 2013 or something like that. It's like one day Travis will be somebody, or Travis Scott will be somebody. Yeah, it was like 2013, and we started listening like 2015.
Yeah.
So it's like wasn't very long after he tweeted that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, man, like we were there from the beginning, so we saw the growth and we saw how he was already. So my whole thing with that is like the sponsors and stuff. I feel like unless he told them I'm gonna change, I'm gonna be different, I feel like they knew what they were getting themselves into a little bit.
I feel like you can't like
He marketed himself perfectly as to like avoid that. That's the thing.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
How can you?
I mean, yeah, they I feel like they looked at like when
like
before,
you see
before
him
you sponsor someone, you're gonna look into how they are as a person.
Yeah.
Right? So if they see that he was doing this already, why are they gonna like?
Even then, like when he kicked the cameraman off the stage at Hot 97.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he fucking another concert when he got a little bigger. He was telling the crowd to fuck that guy up because he like tried to. I guess he tried to take a shoe or something.
Yeah.
He like,
Yeah.
And he was like chanting "fuck him up." So it's like stuff like that. And then when he was at, I forgot where he was, but somebody like mistaked him for ASAP, and he like bucked it.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm not motherfucking ASAP, bitch.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, bro, just keep walking.
Yeah, it's
I'm not gonna lie to you seeing that as a Travis Scott fan.
It's kinda funny.
Before he got big, I'm like, hell yeah, like, cause that's the mentality. That's why I started liking him. Is because like
He just ain't take nobody's shit.
He is who
Yeah.
he is. And,
Yeah.
like, I feel like I said, like he doesn't have like that much of a big inspiration on me. I'm more of like Kanye type of guy, and Yeezus had an inspiration on me, and they had the same mentality. Like Travis Scott started like that, and Kanye had to go in like however many years into his career, and then started acting like that. So the fact that like he's just so confident in himself, like he's not gonna take anyone's shit, he's gonna do what he wants. That was why I fucked with him. So seeing that as a fan when we were younger, like hell yeah, that's dope as fuck. Like yeah, you're not gonna take shit. Like kick that cameraman off the stage, right?
Yeah.
Cause he don't know how to snap my fucking angles. Like that's the type of shit. Like hearing that is like, bro, it was different. But obviously they use that now for the experiences that happened recently. Yeah. They use that as like a. Obviously, it's not a good thing, like
no.
Obviously, but like looking back at it now, but it's one of those things where, you don't think about it at the time, and I'm pretty sure that's how he was. Was he like 29 now? He was probably like 20, our age, 24.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you don't think that you're gonna get so big to a point where a catastrophic event is gonna happen like this, and you got to think about the past events. That happens. So
now that we pretty much like talked to it leading up and everything, and like y'all being there, being in there, like how was it? Like, could you, if somebody did fall, could you like actually feel someone falling, or was it so fucking like packed, like you really don't know? Because like you lost your shoe, and like you don't like, did you know you lost your shoe, or did you know until like after like?
So I knew, like, I felt, so when you're in a mosh pit like that, you're pretty much like some like sardines, you're just packed to where like you put your arm up, someone's gonna come right like into your ribs and be right there. So it was kind of hard to really like do anything. Like you knew, but you couldn't really do anything. So that's how it was whenever I lost my shoe. Like I knew my shoe fell off, but I couldn't do anything because I couldn't grab it. I couldn't even like bend down. That's how intense it was this year. Like that's what I was telling y'all earlier with the whole like people just being cooped up. I feel like that made a huge difference because when I was watching Don Tolliver, and this was at like 4 p.m. or something, like in the middle of the day, like that set was crazy for one. Like I wish I didn't fucking lose my shoe because I would have went dumb, but like it was ridiculous, man. Like really, like I said, I put my arms up because. For everyone that doesn't know, like you put your arms up so you're able to breathe better. because when you're all like packed like that, it just like opens up like a little section for air to like, so you can like breathe and just like kind of like oh my god, like reaching up to the sky type of thing. So like that's what I was trying to do, but everyone was just trying to like pack in and get as close as they can. That it was like when I put my hands up, I had to like physically like force my like arms back down. And that's how packed in we were. And like my arm got caught behind someone like this, and I literally had to like push them out of the way for my arm to get out. So that's kind of how in the mosh pit in the crowded areas, that's how it was at 4. So I couldn't tell you how it was when Travis was performing, because I didn't, like you said earlier, I didn't have the shoes. So it was kind of like whenever I lost my shoe, I was in there for probably like another 5-10 minutes, and my foot was getting stomped on. So I was like, hell no, I can't do this anymore. And I was by myself, so I didn't have anyone else to help me like try to get through. So literally, I'm like pushing kids out the way. I'm like, bro, I gotta get out. Like,
fuck them kids.
Like, yeah, honestly, like move, get out the way. Like that's how I was. I was telling them, I was like, please get the fuck out the way. Like I'm being nice to y'all right now, but I need to go. Like my foot's getting stomped on. I can't even be in here right now. It's hard to breathe. Like, and like trust me, like I do this shit, bro. Like I went to all other Astroworlds. Like I love being in mosh pits. So like this year was definitely different, to be honest.
Do you think like if somebody did happen to fall where you were, do you think you would have felt you stepping on them, or do you think it would have just felt like the routine just going and going and going?
No, I would have. At that time, I would have been able to. Like people definitely were falling in. Like we were helping them up.
What about during Travis's time?
I couldn't tell you from personal experience.
But like just being in there and knowing how big it got, do you think you would have felt somebody actually like fall under you?
Maybe, but like you probably wouldn't think anything of it because it's like nighttime, you can't really see.
And then like also Travis is
performing. Yeah. So I mean, I hate to sound like that guy, but like
most people aren't looking down.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is kind of crazy, and like I feel like music really hypnotizes people.
Yeah.
Like on some like conspiracy theory type shit.
Oh, you know about that?
Hey, link up to the video that they did conspiracy.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a good video, you know what I'm saying? So, but I really think it does because you have everyone singing and like synchronized. It sounds pretty crazy when you're in there and like what just happened to you. You don't give a fuck. You're like, damn, I lost my shoe. I was like, fuck, I lost my shoe, like. And then I lost my socks, so I'm like, what the fuck? Like, but Don Tolliver was playing.
Wait, I didn't know you lost it that early.
Yeah.
4 p.m., bro.
So what'd you do the rest of the day?
Walked around with no shoe.
Or sock?
Sock.
Your foot wasn't like blistered or anything?
Bro, my foot was fucked for like that whole weekend.
Yeah, that's the thing we were talking about. We're like, honestly, for him losing a shoe, it might have saved his life. Like, honestly.
Damn.
Deadass.
Yeah. So.
And that's where it's like. I'm just like great, like, and I like told y'all in the other podcast, man, I'm a real firm believer in everything that happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So, and I was telling them, I was like, you know, obviously at the time you don't think about it because you know, we haven't got to it yet, but after the festival, I didn't know anything happened until the next morning.
Yeah, I mean, people that are there, I don't expect y'all to know.
Yeah.
But like. Unless you're the people that like you're near it. Yeah.
Like we're, you know, Zach really isn't the type of person to be in there. And the people that we with, maybe besides Alex and Isaiah, like they were probably the only other ones that would have been down to go in there with me. And they were still just chilling outside. Yeah. Like I was really the only one that was in there that early.
That shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, man, I could have been one of those people. Sadly to think about, but you know, like I said, nonetheless, bro, I still was having a good time, and that's what we were kind of having to deal with. You know, we were having to think about that, like, man, like that happened on a Friday. We were there until
Saturday.
Sunday.
I think Saturday would have been. Can you buy day passes? Were you able to buy day passes? Do you know?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, because I got the shit right when it dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a 2-day, and it was only like the only thing that was different was like the VIP.
Yeah.
Or like the no bystanders.
Because I feel like more people would have been there Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I also feel like in your head, like Travis is performing on Saturday too.
Yeah.
Like before because he never drops his lineup until like the day before.
Shit, like the week of maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like you're thinking, oh, Travis can perform Saturday, and like, I mean, I want to go, but I can't go Friday. I'm gonna go Saturday. So like, I feel like it would have been more people, and then I also feel like more people would have snuck in as well because it was like on a Saturday, you know.
They would have known that he's gonna be there for sure, not like a. I think that's why everyone went crazy too. Is the fact they knew that, like after because the lineup released that day, like
the time schedules,
like 9 or whatever, like the time slots and shit, and it was Travis on Saturday, so. Or, oh my bad, Friday. So I'm pretty sure that was the day everyone's like, yeah, we're finna sneak in this out. But, it was just kind of having, like, to deal with, like, that whole situation. It was like, man, it, like a roller coaster, really. Like a roller coaster ride of emotions because, you know, if you watch performance and stuff, you saw that he brought out Drake.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And the first time I've ever seen Drake in my life, he's probably, like, one of my favorite artists.
That shit crazy. Like, you got to see Drake.
Yeah. I got to see Drake.
Who cares if it was for like one song?
Okay,
2 songs?
No, it was for a couple songs.
Yeah, it was a couple songs.
He played Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah.
He played Knife. He came out to Knife Talk. Bro.
Yeah.
You got to see
So,
Drake,
okay,
bro.
the crazy thing is so like I wasn't as close as he was, but I was in there and people started comments like that. I was like, I had COVID a long time ago. I'm a big dude, so I was like, you know, my lungs aren't as good. So literally, people started comments like that, and all of a sudden I was like, and then I was like, fuck, I was like, I can't breathe. I was like, I'm not gonna press the issue. And I looked at Isaiah and I was like, bro, I was like, I gotta go. So I fucking dashed out of there.
You did the digital dash.
Yeah, deadass. Literally, it was like I think 2 or 3, something like that. This is before Don Tolliver came out. And
damn, that early?
Yeah, it was bad. So because there's people started lining up. There's a lot of people that started lining up just out of nowhere. So I'm like trying to get out of the crowds like that. And it wasn't even really much of like a tight knit crowd like his. But I'm like telling people, I'm like tapping on my shoulder. I'm like, hey, like, you know, excuse me, like that. And they're just not moving on. So I'm just like,
a lot of people like zombie fight there.
Yeah.
That was a thing. So it's like they know what they're there for. That's what they're there for. If like anything in between that happens, they're like, that's whatever.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't get by, fuck it.
Yeah, no, it was crazy though, because I was like, I guess I didn't feel like that good at all because the look on my face was bad. Because people, like, it was funny because I'm like telling people, excuse me, and then all of a sudden they look up at me and they're like, oh shit. And all of a sudden they start moving out of the way. So also I have like a fucking clear line shot to get out. I get out, I'm resting for a little bit, and then the rest of them come find me. We were chilling like that. He was still in there. And then we were trying to get a hold of him, but you know how it is to try and like call someone in the middle of any kind of like big crowd. It's like, good luck. Like, awesome. Yeah, I was like, you're not gonna get any cell service that actually is worthwhile. So anyways, later on we ended up meeting up after he got out, and then we ended up going over to the stage where Travis was about to perform. We actually met some dudes over there. They were really cool. Talked to them for a while. And then I was like, yeah, I'm just going to stay in the back. So I'm like, I'm not going to even press the issue. And he kind of like, they went kind of closer in. It was you and Alex and Isaiah, right? That went a little closer.
And then Larry, because we were chilling with him.
Yeah. So we did that. It's like that for a while. And then, you know, some people in our group were like, yeah, like we wouldn't go back to the hotels like that. And like the festival isn't done yet. So anyways, we went to go look for CJ's shoes. So we went over to like the other part of the festival because it's like, it's kind of like separated off like the main stage. It's like over here, and the you know, where everyone else performed earlier in the day was over here. So we were over there like trying to find CJ's shoe, and we're talking to people there. It's like that, and we're like, hey, you know, I was like, have you found a shoe that's like this? And I was like, no, I haven't found anything. So anyways, we're like literally heading out, like about to leave, and then all of a sudden we hear, feed the streets, and also we're like, I need to feed the streets. I was like, yo, wait, what? And also literally it was funny because all of us looked at each other and like, you know,
I gotta go back.
Yeah.
I gotta go back.
I was in that. Yeah, let's fucking go.
No, it was funny though because I'm like, I'm a big ass dude. I don't be running like, you know, that often, but shit. I sprinted for my life back there. I sprinted. We were back there. Also, I was like, we watching Drake.
I forgot what was online, but did they show, like, did they do 21's party at all, or was it just straight went to Drake?
No, I'm Mr. Body Snatcher.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah, literally, we spent a beeline straight to like
dash.
It was
ain't no regular F-450. It's a fucking
I'm dashing.
It was funny because I was like, there were some people that were like literally about to leave also, but as soon as you heard that, like the first like line, literally everybody, everybody, you could look around, literally every fucking 180 took off sprinting right back to the stage. Literally, it was funny.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. So like, my whole main reason for doing this, obviously sending condolences to everyone lost, but like being able to talk about this in a space where like it's not Twitter, it's not like social media. I feel like afterwards, if we were to post anything like that, we would probably got shitted on, and like we didn't do that anyways. Like we kind of, I asked everyone, I'm like, hey, are y'all gonna post anything? And they're like, nah, like it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Like,
well, from the outside looking in, like, cause we've talked about it already. It's just not a good look, really, at all.
Yeah, no.
At all. No matter if it's his fault or not, or if it's other people's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like everything that happened before it, and then just you didn't, because he came out with an interview like a month after maybe.
Yeah, with Charlamagne.
Yeah, like you don't know what the rappers said to him when they walked up to him, and then he was like, they know what they came for, because you can hear him say it on the mic.
Oh yeah.
So it's like seeing that, like. And then you like hear all these deaths, and you see like the ambulance car and people jumping on that. You see the video where the guys bring the girl off the stretcher. I'm pretty sure at that point she's dead on the stretcher. But then they dropped her because they couldn't get her over.
No, yeah, she was the last one that passed away. She was the one that was like in the coma.
Yeah.
And one of my coworkers actually like saw that.
Yeah.
She told me she had messaged me that night. She's like, I don't know if you saw, but there was like a video of a girl like falling down and stuff. Like I was literally right next to her. I was like, "Are you serious?" She's like, yeah. So wow.
So like from like me not being there but hearing all of it and like seeing all these different videos, like it definitely looks like, I mean, because there's two sides of both stories. You know, like definitely. For people who are there, for people who are not there.
Yeah.
And then for people who are not there, it makes it very easy to make it seem like he didn't care.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like when you're in front of 70,000 plus people, I don't think you necessarily know what's going on or can like see every little detail.
Yeah.
And for the people that like are like, oh, they were yelling at him to stop. I can guarantee you he did not hear that.
Oh, probably not.
Oh yeah.
Without a doubt. Like
probably not.
The fact that there's some people that are like,
but that's
clearly hear him. It's like, bro, like he's on a stage.
Well, he has headphones in for one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For two, he's on a stage. That's where I said the radio stuff comes in. Like at some point, you just kind of like
have to communicate. You
have to communicate something.
So I'm not sure if there's been any kind of updates to it, but they were saying I think it's like the festival organizer, or I forgot their official title, but it was the only person allowed to officially stop the festival.
New Scores. Something like that.
I know Live Nation threw it.
Yeah, Live Nation, yeah. But it was somebody that was at the festival.
That I feel like that can't be right.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like as an artist you have some power in that, but I was like, I don't.
Artists, management,
yeah,
authorities.
It's everyone.
No, I'm saying like I feel like they can like all those people can stop it.
Yeah,
but I don't know if I could say it's like authorities' fault, because it's like you can only do so much. Like obviously at a festival, you're not going to open fire. You're not going to pepper spray people. We're not going to shoot beanbags at people. Like you're not going to do that, you know? So it's like you can only do so much without hurting the fans.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like I get it. I mean, even that's what I said, no matter how many people you bring to stop whatever they're doing, you can't. I mean, you can't do anything. Like you just can't.
I mean, that's the thing though. Is like I think there's certain levels that like, you know, you can be like, hey, like y'all need to chill out, kind of thing, and not say, and then basically kind of go from there. It's like if they're not responding, then you kind of start having to treat it as a full on riot situation.
I don't think that will help anything though, because it's like, bro, what is 10 people, even if they have riot shields, what is 10 people at riot shields gonna do against fucking 10,000 people right in front of you? I'm
not just saying just riot shields like that. I'm talking about you start treating it as a like riot situation.
Yeah, but you can't open fire at a festival. You just can't. Like if nobody is there like that has a gun or weapon or anything.
I'm not talking like actually shooting someone. I'm talking
then
about
what else would you do?
Tear gas.
Maybe
I guarantee you disperse people with that.
You'll disperse people with it, but then it's like you have to like. I feel like as much tear gas as that is, like it's gonna affect like even like the artist or like the cameraman or like whoever.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, that's on a higher level of like, all right, like we've escalated this like so long that like you kind of have to start doing like it's a full on.
I don't know. I feel like
crazy.
when I told you, I feel like his festival should be at centers, not at. Like it sucks that you want everybody on the floor there moshing with you, but if they got to be in chairs, they got to be in chairs, bro.
Yeah, I feel like that's what he's got to do next.
Like you can have that whole open like area, but like if people got to sit in seats, they got to sit in seats.
Yeah,
and that's just how it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can like push Beatrice back a little bit or something, but like, or maybe he can. I don't know how much money it is, but maybe build his own like stadium up for like red or something. Like you just, bro, like you have to have some kind of control over something like like if it is upwards of like 70,000 people, which it did look like honestly it did.
That's a lot of people.
It definitely looked like more than 50,000. And even then 50,000 is
that 50,000 was
the limit.
They sold out. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was at least 70 for sure.
Yeah.
So,
did it seem like 70 when they were there?
Yeah. That and that's why I feel like that's another reason why like I didn't say it, but like when I ended up getting out of the mosh and stuff, I had to go all the way where like the porta potties were, and people were sitting on top of the porta potties, literally like that whole area where I was at was like on the side of the stage, but like further back, like porta potties like, think of any festival, right, or any big event, you kind of keep that in its own area, so that's how far from the stage everybody was. Like the whole like crowd was back there.
If you had to say like a distance wise, like what would you say like distance wise it was from the stage?
Oh, like what the porta potties were?
Yeah, porta potties to the stage.
It's easily over 100 yards.
Yeah,
easily.
I couldn't really tell you. I couldn't tell you a number, but
it's easily easily over 100 yards.
That's how. I'm trying to give y'all an image. That's how packed.
Like I wasn't there, but like seeing it like on Apple TV, like it was easily over 100 yards for sure.
Yeah, I was trying to quantify like for reference.
I couldn't tell you number wise, but it took me probably like. 10
you probably,
out of there, 15 minutes.
Yeah, you probably couldn't see Travis. Like we were able to see his body if you weren't looking at like.
Well, at the time, it was, Don Tolliver was up.
But like the people at the porta potties that were like sitting on it, and that could you see Don Tolliver's body, or did you have to look at the screens to like be able to make out what it is?
You could see him, but you might as well just look at the screen because it was kind of just like you could just look right here type of deal, like you see it type of so. But yeah, it was insane. Like that was the magnitude it was at like 5.
Yeah.
Travis ain't going to probably like 9.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: where do y'all think his like next moves are going to be, like moving forward from this? With like as far as concerts, festivals, kind of like album releases and so on and so forth.
I think he took the time off he needed. At the end of the day, you're an artist. You got to do what you got to do. So you're gonna have to drop the album regardless. Yep. I think that time is heading to the right direction to drop it. I don't think there's a right or wrong time to drop it. It's just, I mean, it's going to get dropped. As far as festival goes, I don't know if he should have one this year.
Yeah, I was going to go as far as I'd be very surprised if he actually ever has another.
I mean, I won't be surprised if he has one.
No,
like this year. I'll be honest with you.
I'd be surprised.
Honestly,
I'd be surprised.
Just because it's like who he is.
Yeah.
Like, because at the end of the day, like I said, he does care about his fans, and he wants to, like, people will still go regardless. People would still go regardless.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how you can predict that. I don't know how you can protect that. I don't know how you can manage that, get ready for that.
Yeah.
Like I don't like, unless you go into a stadium, like, which I think he should have done, I think he has to do. Like, that's like the only way to protect it. Like, you at that point, like, because I feel like when you're there, like, VIP doesn't really mean anything. Mm-mm. So I feel like at that point, VIP would mean something, because you get to be down there in it, and regardless if you can't get it or not, people would still go to that.
Yeah.
So that also prevents people from sneaking in.
It's hard to sneak into a stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's hard to push through.
Yeah.
Like a damn stadium, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you can't break that door.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that's a little bit easier to control. But I mean, I get the idea of it and what it's supposed to be. at this point, it's just it can't. I don't know. It's just hard. Maybe hook up with the people who ran Jambalaya. I mean, not Jambalaya. Rolling Loud. But I mean, even then, like, I don't know what if they did do anything differently, or if the people that go there just. I feel like they're two different vibes. Like for Travis, like, you're going to Rage, and for Jambalaya, you're just going to see artist after artist after artist after artist, and you're having a good ass time.
Yeah.
Travis, like, it's a different good ass time. Like you are raging, and like you are going crazy and mosh pitting. Like, I feel like at Rolling Loud, it's not really like that. Because you're telling me people were raging to Tame Impala, bro.
Yeah.
What?
Insane.
Yeah.
Just like shit that you would not do. Like, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, like, why are you raging
Like,
to Tame
moshing
Impala?
to that shit,
Freaking pushing
that was
people.
like a little before I lost my shoe. Like, that. I saw all that, and then when Don talked about, that's when, like, I heard people, like, I saw him in Houston a couple of weeks ago. This shit's about to be crazy. That's what they said. Like, I was like, wow, okay, bet. Like, I fuck with Don Toliver, and, like, everyone was like, oh, this white boy right next to me was, like, going crazy. Like, we were all, like, like, when you're, like, I don't know if you saw, like, during the Apple, whenever they showed the concert at Apple, but everyone was, like, a wave. Like, everyone's going like that. They're doing that because they're falling into each other. And, like, if you don't do that, either you're going to be, like, the one person to fall to try to, like, stand up, or, like, I mean, that's really the only thing. Like, you kind of got to go with the way everyone else is going. So that's how it was when Don Toliver was on, and this white boy right next to me was like, damn, y'all going this crazy for Donnie? Okay. Like, okay. And I was like, hell yeah, like, it's cool, because, like, you know, we've been listening to Don Toliver since he got signed to Cactus Jack release, you know, so it's like, we've been fucking over for a minute, and, like, 2019 Astroworld, he performed, like, had, like, one. So, like, it wasn't as later into the day, but, like, the people that fucked with him were there, so it's cool seeing, like, the progression and everything, but, yeah.
Do you think Utopia's doing numbers or not?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think so. Like, it's like you were saying with, like, with him having another festival, you think he could do another festival? I feel like...
I mean, he can. It's different with, like, I feel like a festival and an album, because with the festival, you know, you're getting multiple artists. So, you know, you're gonna see Gunna, Young Thug, like, everybody. You're gonna get to see all them people. Yeah. Now, there are surprise guests that you don't see, but you also know, going there, like, you know, like, somebody's gonna pop up, you know? So, with the festival, it's like, I mean, with an album, it's like mainly him. Yeah. So, it's like, because, like, say if J. Cole was on the lineup, like, I've never seen J. Cole, and I would want to go see J. Cole, and, like, probably not, but, like, some people could just go to the festival just to see
like,
that one artist,
honestly,
a certain artist.
With this festival, with this lineup, pretty sure that's how it was, because, I mean, Bad Bunny was on there.
Yeah,
pretty sure there was
his tickets sell out immediately.
Yeah.
There's people there that I'm pretty sure were just there to see Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we might as well see Travis. You know.
Yeah.
So, like, that was kind of like the vibe, like, especially because, like I was saying, like, this was probably the first festival and or concert people were going to in at least a year since COVID.
Yeah.
At least, you know, I heard a lot of people say, like, oh, yeah, this is about to be my first concert, or this is like my second concert. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
it's definitely an easier way to see Bad Bunny, because, like I said, his tickets sell out immediately.
Yeah. They're like going for like thousands of dollars. It's like
So it's like stuff like stuff like that.
So,
Yeah.
I understand, but what you were saying with what I think his next move should be and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I told y'all personally, I really don't think this man would be able to ever perform again, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But if he does, it's gonna have to be a controlled environment, like you said.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think he'll be able to do all. Like I don't think he'll be able to do Astroworld again.
Yeah, no.
For me, it's like hard, because it's like, I can't say that I don't ever think he'll perform again, but I can also say, like, I don't think he'll ever, like, because, like, at that point, like, whoever it is, if it's not his own, is taking the risk of, like, that happening again.
And that's forever gonna be a blemish on his name.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks, you know.
Yeah.
But
because like, for him, it happened at his festival, and it's like, what was it? Woodstock, right? No, what was that one where 8 people died, or 5 people died, or whatever it was? It was a long time ago.
Low key, there was like 5 people that died at like a Michael Jackson concert or something.
Yeah.
So,
but it's like, whoever's venue it is, like, on them, that's their their concert.
Like,
for him, this is his concert, his venue, like his thing.
His thing, like he is Astroworld.
Yeah.
You know? So and that's what I was saying, like, and that's why I think his album's gonna do so good, is because the fact that like people are willing to sneak in to go see this man in person. I'm pretty sure they're gonna listen to his album.
Yeah.
You know, and like in that alone, like it doesn't even need to be the like appeal to the masses. He already has like a cult following, like you were saying. So at the end of the day, he can post whatever he wants to, I think, at this point, and it'll do numbers, honestly.
Yeah. So personally, I don't think he'll ever be able to actually perform again, do another like Astroworld festival. But I think if he does happen to do one, it's gonna be like at Energy Arena. But obviously they're probably going to put barriers like up in place so people like that are in the seats aren't jumping down like into like the the thing. Yeah, crowds.
That's crazy to think that they'll do that.
Yeah, because literally he sung about that on a song. He's like got on stage diving off the nosebleeds, and it's crazy. It's like the freaking video of the kid actually is like he's like hanging from the nosebleeds. He's like, yeah, dude, they'll catch you. Yeah, spoiler alert, none of those motherfuckers caught him. He went to hospital, like broke his legs, and like I think Travis actually like gave him his ring or something like that, like to make up for it or something like that. I was like, dude, like you got like $100,000 in freaking like.
Bro, I don't think there's ever anything you could give me or do for me to make up for like
breaking all my bones.
Losing my ability to walk. My life. Like if I was like if like my son went to Astroworld and like passed away, like me personally, I wouldn't take his money. Like I wouldn't take any of his. I mean, I get it. Like but I'm like, bro, like this isn't bringing my daughter back. This isn't bringing my son back or whatever the case is.
And that's what I like tell people too. It's like and that's why I asked you that, because I'm just curious as to like what other people that weren't there were thinking. It's like realistically, like what do you want him to do? Like obviously lives were lost. And you can't bring it back. He has money, he could pay you, but people that aren't willing to take it, understandable. But the people that do take it, even if you do, it's like it didn't bring back my significant other. So and that's where it just sucks. And the only thing we can do moving on now is try to prevent that from happening again. And that's why I think that Astroworld probably isn't going to be a thing. Just because I feel like. Not saying it would happen again, but like you said, the activities he encourages and the way he is, it'll probably be like close to that. Like people are probably gonna be passing out, so like that's
and he can't change the way his music is. Yeah, that's the thing. Like he can, but like that's not him. Like he has to, like
that's not his fan base.
No, that's not his fan base either. So it's like you're gonna get that type of music like regardless. So it's like you know what's gonna come.
Yeah, I feel like he'll probably do a lot more like slower songs and stuff now. Probably like switch it up a little bit. Try to like slowly like convert into like not like exactly how Kanye did with the whole like him being very religious and stuff, but I feel like he's like just gonna like slow it down. Yeah. Because I feel like at this point, like, I feel like he's probably taking a step back and realizing like, shit, like, this really just happened, and there was this much people that snuck in. Like, I'm bigger than what I thought I was. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure he already thought.
Do you think you know like how big you are? Like,
pause.
I mean, I feel like at like a certain point you realize you're getting all these sponsorships and stuff. Like you kind of gotta like damn, I'm kind of the shit. And I feel like that's kind of where he was at, but he didn't realize how much of like you were saying, how much influence he has. So I feel like this made him realize that, and how much his words have so much power for like kids and young adults nowadays. So I feel like that's like something that
it's hard because I feel like you should know before that, from like that kid jumping off the nosebleeds, people showing up McDonald's and going crazy when it was there. Like know, like I feel like you know what you bring to the table.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also kind of levels to it. And that's like, I mean, yeah, he has influence like that, but it's like, for example, like I talk to you about tech stuff. And I'd say, hey, like, what do you think is the best, like, graphics card or best, TV to get? You have an influence on me. Now, you say, you'd influence me on those kind of purchases, but it's like, all right, how much of an influence do I have? Like, can I go tell him, hey, go buy this car? Hey, go, jump off a bridge? Like, there's different levels to it, in my opinion. But yeah, he does have.
I feel like if you got somebody jumping off the nosebleeds, you got a different level of influence, and you should know off that.
I mean, it's either you got a different level of influence or like trying to be nice about it, but like someone's just like not there mentally.
Nah, I feel like anybody in that situation was there mentally.
Yeah.
This man has literally encouraged you to do it. Like, what are you gonna like? You're not gonna do it. He's encouraged you to do it. And then he's like, somebody's gonna catch you. So you're like, you trust like in the crowd that somebody's gonna catch you, and then like,
yeah. But
so like at that point, that's a major influence because like he's encouraged you to do it, and you still do it. And if you're in the nosebleeds, you're probably not off anything. I'm just gonna say that.
He said, "Take your broke ass home." That's what he said. I'm just kidding.
They probably are, but they should probably sell it out. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe, I don't know, but I feel like you in the nosebleeds. You ain't got no bitches.
You probably not off it. But no, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Like he should have realized, but. I don't know, like I said, sadly, it took this tragic loss for him to like actually realize it. That's what I'm assuming. Obviously I'm not him. I don't know what he's thinking. But you were asking what I think he's gonna do.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's gonna change his music necessarily, but I feel like he's gonna slow it down a little bit more. Like because I feel like you kind of got to like you can't be promoting that behavior, especially if like this tragic loss like. Or it just wouldn't look right. Like if he did do it, I mean, shit, people sure are gonna support it regardless. Like I said, so I mean, shit, I'll probably still listen to it. But
I mean,
it's just like a PR thing.
Everybody's gonna give it a listen for sure.
Yeah, like it's just one of those things where it's like business. Like I think you had told me you're like you saw like a TikTok or something saying that like Travis Scott as a musician didn't get affected, but Travis Scott as a business that got affected.
Yeah,
and I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, he lost. This man made Kylie lose money.
Yeah. That like he lost a lot of sponsorships and stuff like that. So, but yeah, no, that was kind of like
no more cacti.
No more cacti.
Oh yeah.
Dead stock.
That's like what. I keep that open.
Yeah, facts. I need to get some actually.
Like that. So, but
yeah, I mean, do y'all have anything else y'all want to add?
Nah. Just one more time. Sorry for the people who lost their lives.
For real.
They're forever going to be remembered for sure.
Yeah. Recipe solid Ragers, man, for real.
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, he does perform again. I'd hate to like see somebody not perform again when that's like their career. Top of their career and their career.
Yeah.
So hopefully lessons were learned, or not even on his half, but like on Live Nation's half, where they can come together and be like, all right, what can we do differently?
Yeah.
Because there's going to be another artist that's just going to be just as big as him in our lifetime, or if not the next, doing the same thing.
For sure.
Yeah. You can't like get those lives back, but you can learn from it and kind of make sure that shit doesn't happen again.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say. I think I said enough throughout the whole podcast.
Yeah.
I agree with you completely. Like, it sucks, lives are lost, and I would never want that to happen at all. Especially as, like I said, a Travis Scott fan. So just kind of like, this is forever going to be something blemishing his career, and this is going to be something he's going to be known for. So it sucks. But, like I said, I'm the type of person where if I fuck with you, I fuck with you regardless of everything. Obviously, I'm a realistic person. I realize it was his fault, but it's not just his fault. And that's kind of what I want people to realize, really like think about it, because lives are lost. So it's just it's bigger than
just him.
Yeah, just a little event that just happened. Yeah. So it just sucks, man. So that's all I have to say, really.
Yeah. So I think that's it from us at Park Car Talks. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and also click those links in the bio.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Do that for sure. So that's it from us at Park Car Talks. Y'all have a great day.
Yeah, see ya.